I was in Brazil, I don't know, a month or so ago, and was having lunch with this pastor out there who had a great work, great ministry, and I was just telling him, man, this is really cool what God's doing in your church. And he made this comment. He goes, yeah, but it still feels like a zoo. And I go, what do you, he goes, you know what I mean? I go, no, I don't know what you mean. He goes, you ever see the movie Madagascar? I go, of course, I'm Christian. It's one of those rare, clean movies we can watch, right? I think there's probably something with the hippo, but he started explaining, and once he said it, he goes, you know, our churches are like zoos where we domesticate these wild animals. And if you've seen the movie Madagascar, the movie starts off with a zebra in the zoo. It's his 11th birthday, I think, and he's looking at this painting of the jungle while he's running on a treadmill. And it's his birthday, so the hippo and the lion and the giraffe come over, sing happy birthday, and he's just like, I gotta get out of here. I spent half my life in this zoo. I don't belong in here. Meanwhile, the lion's like, why would you leave here? Look, I sit in my cage, they bring meat to me. And then I come out, I roar, the kids scream. I know what's gonna happen. And the hippo and the giraffe, they're all just like, yeah, let's just stay in these cages. What are you talking about, the wild? And he's like, no, I just know I was made for something more than this. And if you see the story, the long story short, they break out, the penguins help them, and they end up in Madagascar. And remember that scene where the animals are terrified. And the zebra's like trying to coach them, going, no, this is where we've always belonged. And he's trying to run with the lion and go, run with, no, use all four legs. Get out, like, let's go. Who's the lion? Who's the lion? And then suddenly the lion just lets out this roar. Like he didn't even know it was in him. And then suddenly all these instincts came back, and then he starts to eat the zebra, and it was just that moment. And so as he said, my church is like a zoo. Have you seen that movie? And I go, wow, you're right. He goes, it's just, do we understand the power given to these people? And yet they're going, no, just leave me in my cage and feed me every week. And then I'll put my kids in that cage and you feed them. I'll put my youth there, you feed them. And this. But meanwhile, there's a lot of us that are sitting in these cages going, man, I don't belong in here. There's something more that's just roaring, that just wants more. I can do something with my life. I belong where it's dangerous. Amen. And there's something in us where it's there, but we can't just, like he was explaining, we can't just release all the animals because they've been domesticated. Some of them really don't think they can raise their own kids. Some of them really don't think they could make a disciple. They think this is the only way to survive is to stay in this cage and have someone feed me. And we'll just sit here and complain about the food we've been given. And someone needs to come along like that zebra and run alongside and say, no, you were made for more than this.